the greater is the attraction of its lonely freedom.
This is our story. Here in the beautiful Uintas of Utah, we are out on our very first Second Chance Outdoors elk hunt ever.
Yeah, super excited about this. I've never been elk hunting before, just got over buck fever like 3 years ago, so we'll see what happens.
We're in the Archery National Forest. As you can tell, we're getting ready to make a nice descent in some nice elk country.
As crazy as 2020 was, there was a whole lot of good that came out of it. Here we are on the very first Second Chance Outdoors elk hunt. We've got Chris LeBuse in camp, and the energy flowing through is undescribable. Chris had never hunted west of the Mississippi, and he was super stoked to be out on his first western big game hunt. Day 2 on the mountain. First light, cow elk. We're not there for cows. We're there for a bull, a very specific bull. But seeing Chris get that excited over cows and how big elk really are, man, that was pretty cool. I thought that was something special. We had finally glassed up the bull. He was deep, in some steep, nasty drainage. So, what do? You go after him. We get Chris set up. He knocks an arrow. And what do you think happens? Yup, the wind. Comes in, swirls, busted. Time for the last plan of the day. We climb out of the drainage and start working our way to a meadow. This is where we learned a valuable lesson. Never listen to your camera guy for navigation advice. He goes, I think this way would be shorter. He may have been right, but his route sucked. We ended up calling it Jacob's Ladder. Day 3 came out swinging. The initial ascent up the mountain was straight up. I think Braden at one point was crawling on all fours. I know I dang near rolled down the mountain, and I don't know how Stockton got all his gear up. Chris just climbed up it like it was nothing. But what do you expect from a CrossFit and active duty Army guy that runs a nonprofit in the fitness space? As the climb continued, a storm started to roll in. We set up shop midway up, hunkered down for a minute, and waited it out. So after scouting the night before, we kind of knew what we were going to find at the top of this peak. Like, man, we should find an elk here, 100%. But in the sheer beauty of the mountains, you always have that moment of clarity or stillness. And you can't help but think, am I the first person to ever be sitting here? Day 4 had started out just as any other day. Coffee, breakfast, make fun of each other, hit the mouth. We'd found an old burn. Chris actually glassed himself up a cow elk, and we made a move. We dropped our packs for only the essentials: water, glass, wind checker, and means of take. We figured we needed Chris's bow, and the chase was on. We had the wind and we went after her. At one point, Chris and I were in a dead sprint, running across this open field to try to get to the top of this hill to see if we could catch a glimpse of her still moving. As we got to the top of the hill, you guessed it, she's gone. Day 5, the last day to get it done. Day 5 was very similar. Climbing, glassing, no elk. Early season elk hunting is tough, regardless of the state or the unit. We ate tag soup for this one. While some would say not filling a tag or getting the grip and grin is an unsuccessful hunt, I would challenge that theory. We came together as brothers, veterans, and hunters in the Utah wilderness to chase an animal some people only dream of, building lifetime bonds, and creating a lifetime of stories. This is our story.